U.S. is warning of severe consequences if Iran carries out a ballistic missile attack on Israel. The White House said this morning Iran is preparing to launch an imminent attack on Israel in retaliation for attacks on Hezbollah targets in Lebanon. KTLA's Eric Spillman in the newsroom reporting on this for us. Eric, good morning.
Morning, Frank. Hezbollah is one of Iran's proxies along with Hamas. Now, if Iran attacks Israel, that would be a serious escalation, could lead to a regional war in the Middle East that the U.S. has been trying to avoid for months. We'll have to wait to see what Iran does. Now, overnight, Israeli forces crossed into southern Lebanon for the first time since 2006 in what the Israeli military calls a limited ground operation against Hezbollah. New video just into our newsroom comes from the Israel Defense Forces, from the Israeli military. It shows Israeli soldiers walking around in Hezbollah's underground tunnels in Lebanon. There you see them along the coastline in southern Lebanon. They're dismantling weapon systems. Israel says it has been conducting these raids across the border for several months now. This morning, the operation has expanded. Israel has told residents in 24 villages in southern Lebanon to evacuate 30 miles to the north for their own safety. We also have this new video showing Israeli tanks preparing to invade Lebanon. A spokesman says the plan is to conduct limited, localized, and targeted raids against Hezbollah. For the last 11 months, Hezbollah has launched rockets, drones, and missiles into northern Israel in solidarity with Hamas in Gaza. Israel says the goal of its operation is to make it safe for Israelis to return to their homes and to prevent a major attack from Hezbollah.
Hezbollah turned Lebanese villages next to Israeli villages into military bases, all ready for an attack on Israel. Hezbollah had prepared to use those villages as staging grounds for an October 7th style invasion into Israeli homes.
Israel is also conducting airstrikes around Beirut. Its military says the targets are Hezbollah weapons manufacturing sites. Video of the aftermath shows extensive damage to residential buildings in the city's southern suburbs. Over the past couple of weeks, Lebanese authorities say more than 1,000 people have been killed. Last week, Israel assassinated the leader of Hezbollah, Hassan Nasrallah, as well as some of the group's top commanders. But Hezbollah is promising to keep fighting. This morning, we spoke to an American who's visiting family in Lebanon. He says many people have had to leave their homes there and have nowhere to go.
You have people sleeping on the street, hundreds of people, thousands of people sleeping on the street. They have no food security. They have no bedding. They have water shortages. I mean, the country before the war was barely on one leg. You can imagine where it's at now.
تعتدي إسرائيل بارتكاب المجازر في كل مناطق لبنان.
Hezbollah's acting leader says his group is prepared for a long war against Israel, and Hezbollah continues to fire rockets into northern Israel. This morning, sirens went off near Tel Aviv, and a Hezbollah missile hit an Arab village in central Israel. Another one damaged a highway. At least one person was hurt by shrapnel, but Israel's air defense system intercepted most of the rocket fire. Yesterday, President Biden was asked if he approves of what Israel is doing.
The fact that Israel may be now launching a limited operation into Lebanon. Are you aware of that? Are you comfortable with their plans?
I'm more aware than you might know, and I'm comfortable with them stopping. We should have a ceasefire now. Thank you.
Getting back to this new report that Iran is preparing to launch an imminent ballistic missile attack at Israel. Israel is taking precautions. Security has been tightened all over the country. Outdoor gatherings are limited to just 30 people in one place. Also, the U.S. State Department is telling its employees in Israel to shelter in place until further notice. Jessica?